Life is indeed a quirky process, made more extraordinary by the chemical compounds available to the species that inhabit this planet. Chemicals that make things smell a certain way, taste a certain way, behave a certain way. Truly the most magnificent of these, however, is a chemical that makes things look a certain way. A chemical whose luminosity has long put it in the spotlight of chemists worldwide, and without its presence would render life dark and desolate in the cold, empty vacuum of space.
Luciferin, from the Latin word lucifer, meaning light bringer, is a compound that gives animals the ability to emit light in the form of bioluminescence. The process through which luciferin gains its signature luster involves the breakage of the luciferin molecule. Luciferin must be oxidized in the presence of adenosine triphosphate, otherwise known as ATP, and a catalyst, typically luciferase. When this is done, the luciferin molecule breaks down into luciferase and produces a glow. Fireflies are able to control this glow by controlling the presence of oxygen in the organ where the reaction takes place.
Although the main focus of this project is on D-Luciferin, affectionately known as firefly luciferin, many other species of animal use luciferin for bioluminescence. The purposes range from finding a mate, coercing prey, or warding off predators. Luciferin is also used by chemists and biologists across the world in the fields of biotechnology and microscopy. Luciferin reacts with adenosine triphosphate, which is the compound present in organisms that absorbs and releases energy. Because of this, luciferin's reaction with ATP can be used to determine the presence of energy, or in the broader sense, the presence of life. This procedure can be done by injecting intact animals with luciferin, and in the presence of ATP, magnesium, and oxygen, luciferase will be produced. This specific process can be used to determine the genotypes of the animals experimented on, and since D-Luciferin is non-toxic and non-immunogenic, the procedure is safe and humane. One day, this technology could be used to find life on other planets or in inhospitable environments on our own planet.
Thousands of animals use luciferin in some form to produce their own bioluminescence. But imagine if that was impossible. Imagine if luciferin didn't exist. Our ability to find and confirm the presence of life in organisms would be null and void. Its uses in technology would cease. July nights would be plunged into darkness as fireflies wander aimlessly looking for a mate. Caves would remain empty and dank as glowworms search hopelessly for food. Deep-sea sharks, anglerfish, jellyfish, and squid would live in a black and alien world, seemingly vacant from all other signs of life. This tiny little planet we live on would glow just a little dimmer, just a tad fainter. From its functionality to its survival properties, and also its aesthetic qualities, luciferin is a molecule that gives a little light to a world that is in desperate need of it.